everybody. Welcome back to Pop Dojo, episode 2. We did it. This is the show where we talk about things that, well, we like, but pretty much everyone else likes as well. So it's going to be a lot of games, movies, media,
music,
a whole wide range of things. Especially stuff that's making smashing news.
Yes.
Do I see a segue? Like Speaking of smashing news, let's get right into it. So Planet Hulk, or aspects of Planet Hulk, have been confirmed for the MCU.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is right, as a matter of fact. Do any of you guys happen to know anything about Planet Hulk? Or?
I know that Hulk is, like, very mad all the time. No, I'm kidding.
How about you, Husky?
Just mostly what the comics entail about, and the movie too, the cartoon movie.
Yeah. So basically, Planet Hulk, it's exactly that. You do get Bruce Banner. He's being exiled off the Earth by the Illuminati. Now, it's not like the Illuminati that you think in. Jay-Z and all that. It's the Illuminati of Earth, which consists of characters like Doctor Strange, Black Panther,
Iron Man,
Black Bolt, and I think there's one more.
Reed Richards? Did you already say that?
Oh, yeah, Reed Richards. Reed Richards. All right.
Mr. Fantastic.
So they exile Hulk off of the Earth. And the reason for that is because they just think he's too destructive with his power and really unpredictable. So they see fit to send him off a planet. That's kind of messed up, wouldn't you think? Right?
I think so, but I mean, the Illuminati, that's kind of like, that's no joke.
Yeah, you don't mess with Illuminati.
That's no joke.
Not at all.
They're kind of like the underground, like elites and all that. So nobody knows that they're controlling everything, pulling all the strings. It makes sense that they would do something like this. Because, the Hulk is dangerous. Have you seen Age of Ultron? Have you seen the destruction that he did in that movie? I don't know. I'd send him off in a rocket, too. Just saying.
And as powerful as the Illuminati are, in the Marvel Universe, they don't go out so far as to control things behind the scene. They just pretty much look after Earth and the best interests of Earth. So, as we know, Hulk gets sent off in a Quinjet into space, and something happens. A portal opens, he gets sucked into it, and he just ends up crash landing on a planet called Sakaar. Now, Sakaar is important because that's a planet where the whole, storyline of Planet Hulk takes place. The whole gladiator battles and all that. And, the director, his name is what? Taika... I can never say his name. Taika Waititi. He's confirmed the planet to be a big part of Ragnarok. So the way in the MCU, the way this kind of connects is that at the end of Marvel's Age of Ultron, you do see Hulk kind of sitting in the Quinjet. He goes on there, he throws the guy out, he grabs one of the guys and he throws him out. And essentially the door shuts. And at that point, he just makes a decision to, stay on the jet and just to fly
and ignore
out.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Right.
Serious?
I guess some people, right?
Man, whatever.
Well, anyways, we don't know where he goes. It's not specified. I mean, you don't really see him taking off into space. You kind of just see him traveling, and it kind of cuts there. We did see at Comic-Con, they were showing off Hulk's gladiator armor, which you got to ask yourself, why would they show that off? What's the point of showing Hulk's gladiator armor? Very specific. If it's not going to be about Planet Hulk, especially in the MCU, there's got to be some sort of connection. Oh, and I don't know if you guys knew, but I mean, Korg and Meek have been pretty much confirmed for the movies to appear.
Who are they?
Oh, dude, Korg. Yeah, they came out in Thor, right? The last Thor movie. Was it Dark World?
Yeah, Dark World. That was the second one.
Okay, yes, that's where it's not actually Korg itself. It's actually the race,
the Chrome.
Yeah. So this in the scene, it's where they're in the battlefield, and Thor comes in and you see this big giant rock come in and he hits him and he goes, anybody else?
Swings.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
So that's the race right there. That's a cool
That's
race.
how you keep me invested in a movie. You put rock people and you get Thor to just smash.
But look how calculative the moves that Marvel Studio makes. They know that at some point they're going to implement these characters, so they give a little bit of foreshadowing by showing the race of the Cronins, and then bam, what do we get? A Planet Hulk tie-ins. So I think that's really smart on their behalf. So talking about Korg, right? So Korg is he's part of the Cronins, and his story. I'm not going to talk so much about their their publication history, but a little bit of them in regards to Planet Hulk is Korg and his brother Margus. They were captured by this Car Empire. And basically, they were implanted with the things they're called obedience slugs. And what these things do, pretty much, is they attach them to their body and their heart. And if they disobey, they get shocked. And pretty much, it's until they die. So that's how they force.
So it's like a shock collar kind of thing.
Yeah, it's essentially a shock collar. And so they use these things to basically batter them into obedience, so that they have to perform these gladiator fights.
Wait a second. Why does that sound familiar?
One thing I do know about Planet Hulk, that they actually they confirmed that Jeff Goldblum will be the Grand Master coming out in that movie.
Oh yeah,
Jeff Goldblum's gonna be in
Jeff
it.
Goldblum.
Sick. Oh, I love Jeff Goldblum.
I'm Jeff Goldblum.
It's dinosaurs. They find a way.
The dinosaurs will continue to exist.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I think that for the general, like the mass of like people that are gonna watch this movie, they're just gonna be excited to see Jeff Goldblum. People love Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, they do.
I think he did a great job. I think in all of his movies, I can't think of a bad movie where he was in.
So, in just in case any of you guys are wondering who the Grandmaster is, he's essentially a very old, one of the oldest living beings in the Marvel Universe. And he was part of a survivor of a race that went extinct. And these people evolved after the Big Bang happened, the species that they just evolved from. So what he started doing is in order to entertain himself, basically, is he started to travel to different planets and civilizations and pretty much make some sort of surviving scenarios for them where they have to compete, basically, in order to survive. Like a twisted Hunger Games again.
Definitely sounds like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Up until this point, like, Hulk doesn't have, like, true competition, So we're going to put him in an arena or in a planet, full of people that are creatures that are stronger than him, and they're just going to be like, at full force. He even needs armor, So that's something that we've never seen Hulk do. He's bulletproof, and he got armor. Like, think about it.
So it's not exactly known how it's going to tie in to Thor Ragnarok. I'm assuming, Thor gets sent to the planet Sakaar somehow in order to fight or participate in these gladiator games. And he'll probably be fighting the Hulk at first, but then they'll probably team up together to beat Grandmaster. So another character that they actually confirmed for the movie is actually going to be Valkyrie. She's going to be portrayed by Tessa Thompson. And, she's not so important just for the fact that in Ragnarok, Valkyrie, spoilers, all right, just spoiler, in Ragnarok, towards the end of Ragnarok, Valkyrie's the character that's killed off, essentially. She's
wow, way to spoil that, man. Jeez.
Well, now you know, kids. She did.
Okay.
Yeah. She's killed by Loki. It's part of some sort of prophecy, and it happens. So I think that she's only going to be one of those characters that's just going to be in this movie. In the Marvel films, we need that shock value. We need that factor of like, wow, I can't believe that really happened. Because if everything's so happy and bubbly and, perfect endings all the time, well, then that doesn't really reflect comic books. And it doesn't really reflect Marvel storylines, which can be pretty grim if you ask me. Thor Ragnarok has a release date of November 3rd, 2017, and it's expected to be maybe one of the most exciting films to date.
Speaking of other films upcoming that we're really excited for, I mean, I'm sure you'll agree with me. We're getting another Harley Quinn movie.
No.
What the fans wanted. So this film actually is going to be called Gotham City Sirens. So that's basically Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. Kind of like a dream team situation, the three of them, the trio. This film is confirmed that it's going to be directed by David Ayer, who did Suicide Squad. So it has a similar tone, probably a similar feel, but with an all-female lead cast, that's going to be a very, very different film, I think. So,
but I really hope it doesn't have the same feel as Suicide Squad, because
not even the same soundtrack.
Suicide Squad was
not even the same soundtrack.
That movie was booty, to be honest.
Yeah, it just had a lot of things about it that were off-putting, you know?
Yeah.
I think that it did really well, like the way it looks visually. It looked really good.
Yeah.
Every character was well, makeup and costumed. Everything was
Except
really...
for Killer Croc.
Oh God! Don't even. Okay, all right.
So Gotham City Sirens is it's a series that was written by Paul Dini, and this series, the first issue was in 2009, and it was part of the Batman Reborn basic series. I mean, it doesn't have a lot to do with Joker. I mean, it's mostly just about the trio, and it might feature the Joker or other characters, but I mean, it's basically about their own stories and storylines.
It would be smart though to have him there, even if he's not doing anything good or productive or plot moving. I still think it would be good to have him to give some color, some character to Harley's character. Because as of right now, we just know that she's crazy, and we don't really know more than that. There's her backstory that we can explore.
Well, even at the end of Suicide Squad, he comes and rescues her from prison.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're together.
Yeah, they're together. So
They're together.
Maybe that could be the starting point of Gotham City Sirens.
And Margot Robbie does a really good job of conveying how crazy Harley Quinn is. She did a really good job.
She did.
But as far as we know, Margot Robbie's the only confirmed cast member for this movie. So in light of that, we're gonna bring up a new segment to the show, and you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
we do.
We're talking about
Thinking Hat Time.
So in this segment, it's pretty much a dream cast. So we pretty much cast whatever, real life actors that we would like to see portray these characters in the movie coming up.
All right, guys, you guys ready? All right, let's start thinking.
Okay.
Guys, time's up. Gordo, what were you thinking?
Okay, so for Poison Ivy, I choose Amanda Seyfried.
Ooh.
I think that would be a good choice. I think that she looks great as a redhead. I think that she is pretty and young enough for Hollywood to not nitpick about her. So I think that she's a good cast for Poison Ivy.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. For Catwoman, on the other hand, I think Priyanka Chopra. Or is it Chopra? It's got to be her. It's got to be her. I think she's beautiful.
What was that, Paprika?
Paprika?
Is she,
no, Priyanka. Actually, she's from Indian descent. She's from Mumbai. She's a Bollywood actress, but more importantly for us here, relative, she's in ABC's Quantico. So she's actually the lead, and she's really good. Okay. So I think that would be a very interesting cast because it's very different. Let's mix it up a little, And DC's been very very pro modernization. So let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, nice.
What about you? What about you, Zay?
Well, I mean, for my pick for Poison Ivy, I'm going to go a little bit different. And what I mean different is I'm going to pick Christina Hendricks. Now, she's a character that we saw in the show Mad Men. And, she's very beautiful. She looks really good as a redhead. But she's not your typical slender Hollywood body type. She has more of a fuller, voluptuous body. And I think that would be a nice kind of touch to where instead of you have like the almost anorexic type of Hollywood actress playing these characters, you go the other way. Yeah. And give her a little body.
Yeah, we're tired of those skinny little,
Yeah, eat a sandwich.
Jeez, like, okay, you know what? If you're thin, cool, fine. But, like, stop shoving it down our throats, okay?
Oh,
There's
relax.
so many different kinds of women, so many different body types, okay? Let them be.
Well, and for my second character, which is Catwoman, right, Selena, I'm going to pick Ashley Green. Actually.
Oh, Ashley Green.
Yeah, you remember Ashley
From
Green?
Twilight.
From Twilight, baby.
God, don't even
That was
say
Alice.
That
Alice, baby.
Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's beautiful. And I think she would play a good character. Also, I think that Hollywood doesn't cast her enough. So let's give her a second chance. And
you can blame Twilight for that.
You can really... blame Twilight, that movie.
That put a damper on her career.
It put a damper on all of their careers. So those are my two choices. Now, Husky, what are your choices?
Well, my choices, for Poison Ivy, actually, I chose Eva Green.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a power hitter right there.
Yeah. And it might mean she's a brunette, but I mean, putting a red wig or, having red hair, let's see how this goes. And I think she'll be a good, Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Very kind of sultry, kind of like mysterious type. I could see that. I could see that a lot.
Yeah, even on 300 sequel, I mean, she was awesome,
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Just a really intense actress too. Yes. Like just on screen, you see her and you just kind of are like intimidated.
She's intimidating.
She's intimidating.
Definitely.
I'll square her up.
What about your Catwoman?
Oh, and for Catwoman, of course, come on. I forgot her name. I need to focus. I remember, guys. It was Kate Beckinsale.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Kate Beckinsale, from everybody knows her from Underworld, and even already, she's already, in the leather spandex,
She was in Van Helsing.
I think she'll be a good Catwoman.
That sounds safe
Yeah.
to me. I still think that they should be a little edgier and get Priyanka Chopra or Chopra. I keep saying it wrong.
Paprika.
Who do you think is going to be playing Poison Ivy and Catwoman? Let us know in the comments down below.
Let us know.
Who your dream
just type it up, see what you think, and maybe we'll even talk about it in the next video.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. So those were basically our picks for the characters. And you know what? To be quite honest, I feel like we've had a really good year for films.
A lot of good comic book movies.
Yes. And just a lot of good films in general, too. So 2016 was really good. And here's to 2017 being even better. But you know what else was good this year?
What else was good
the
this year?
music scene.
Music.
Yeah, music was good. And there's just so much that came out where, we're not going to talk about all of it. So we're going to show you our top picks for the Pop Dojo playlist titled the So Last Year playlist.
So last year. So
last
So
year.
2016. Am I right?
Go ahead and go have a listen. Maybe you'll discover a new artist that you like, or maybe you won't. Maybe you already know who we're talking about.
And who knows? We might even keep doing this and put a new playlist every video to see what you guys like. We're gonna change up the themes a little bit.
Now, these aren't songs that were part of viral videos like Black Beetle or anything like that. These are just songs that we personally have liked, and maybe someone else will like too. From here at Pop Dojo, we hope you've had a great year, and here's to an exciting year in 2017.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, share, subscribe, the whole deal.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up here at Pop Dojo, and you guys have a happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next.
Bye.
Bye-bye.